the next morning that on the cover of the New York Times edition, I see a photo of, it's all white men. One white man I very clearly recognize, which was Jack Daniel, because I think whether we drink Jack Daniel or not, we all know what he looks like. We see his, like you walk up the street in Nashville, you don't feel like you're his cousin. Like you know what he looks like, whether or not you drink Jack. And I knew who he was, but the photo was pointing out the fact that the person to his right was a black man. And a photo taken, we now have pegged it at about 1904. A photo taken in 1904, not only would you not have a black person in the photo, if you did have them, they would be on the outskirts. They would not be right next to him. But the more important thing is that when you actually look at the full photograph that isn't cropped, Jack Daniel didn't just have this black man to the right of him, who we now know to be Nearest Green's son, George. He didn't just have this black man to the right of him. He ceded the center position of the photo in its entirety to the black man. So I'm looking at this photo and the headline says, Jack Daniel embraces a secret ingredient, help from a slave. And at that time, I was about to turn 40 years old. And in the 40 years of living, there is not a single ubiquitous brand that I could have pointed to and said a black person was proven to be at the beginning. We hear different stories like Lucille in Houston, where Pillsbury kept trying to buy her instant biscuits recipe and she refused to sell it to him. And then all of a sudden they came up with their own, and her family says they reverse engineered it. It's probably true, but we can't prove it. And so I'm reading this story, and Jack Daniels is admitting that this African American was there at the beginning, but they're saying he was there at the beginning as a teacher.